What's going on, guys? Bexio back, and today we got a brand new video on Bitcoin. It got a massive upgrade. The Taproot upgrade for Bitcoin is officially live, and it comes with a lot of good things to Bitcoin, as well as the price of Bitcoin just kind of going absolutely crazy. So before we hop into that, if you are not subscribed, make sure that you smash that sub button. We are on the road to 1,000 subscribers, but Bitcoin and Taproot upgrade has been long awaited and anticipated, just like this headline says right here, and it is officially activated. So go down through this, talking about what is Taproot, kind of talks about it came up in 2018 when it was first proposed, been worked on since then and just gone live recently. So Taproot upgrades to a different scheme called the Schnorr. Every transaction using Taproot will now use this new digital signature scheme, adding capabilities designed to boost the privacy, security, and scale of Bitcoin transactions. So Schnorr signatures, try saying that 5 times fast, are these new things that are supposed to make it less complicated for Bitcoin transactions. So kind of like enables these smart contracts to be done on Bitcoin and makes it so it doesn't take up as much space in the blockchain. Like this right here, Bitcoin's transaction privacy and allow for more lightweight and complex smart contracts. So the privacy aspect isn't something crazy, which is right here. It's not like massively private or adding insane new privacy. Talking about a curious user can look up any transaction ever sent on Bitcoin using a public block explorer, such as mempool. And this is still the case with Taproot, but details of a more complex transaction, often called smart contracts, will be hidden. For example, well, right now, Lightning Network transactions stand out in the blockchain. Taproot offers the possibility for them to look like just any other transaction, further enhancing transaction privacy. So that's the upgrade to privacy that Taproot gives you. It's nothing crazy where your transactions can't be seen anymore. I think that's a really good part of Bitcoin and something that is, a positive for Bitcoin, that the transaction history and everything is just right there and you can look up stuff. But this would just make it so if you sent a Lightning Network, payment through Lightning, that it wouldn't show up as through Lightning. It would just look like any other transaction. If you did one of these smart contracts with these Schnorr signatures, then it wouldn't show up as like a smart contract executed or anything. It would just be normal transaction, which that's probably the best thing to do. Just easily get everybody to kind of be able to see what's going on, but you don't have to know the exact details of everything that's happening for the smart contract, Lightning, but a little bit more privacy for everyone. And scalability. So this has been a major topic for Bitcoin, scaling it. Layer 1, not scalable. That's what everyone likes to go to. But you add on Lightning on top of it, all of a sudden it's massively scalable, but no one will talk about Lightning. So because Schnorr signatures can be used to combine multiple signatures into one, they can help reduce the amount of data stored in the blockchain. The reduction in data size could boost scalability of multi-sig. For example, a multi-signature scheme developed by Blockstream researchers, which requires a number of signatures for one transaction. So basically just smaller data to be sent through the blockchain. Like right now, I think if you needed to do like a smart contract type execution, it would be multiple transactions with multiple signatures. Now you can batch that all together, have it be one transaction with everything kind of in there. So it takes up less space in a block in the blockchain, and allows people to be able to do that more. So obviously, if there's a finite amount of space in a block, if there's tons of smart contracts, tons of people transacting, going through that, then, and you add on top of that, some of them need to do like 10 transactions, 5 transactions to verify whatever, then you can see how that adds up very quickly. So this will help reduce that and kind of get everybody onto the same ability of the block space, reduce the congestion in the blocks. And talking about activation, it doesn't mean that all the work is done. A user won't be able to send or receive the new type of transaction until their particular Bitcoin wallet supports it, and most wallets don't support it yet. The developers need to make changes to their code, and not to mention, Taproot offers the possibility of complicated use cases, like private Lightning Network transactions that don't look any different. Developers need to build those tools and implement them separately. So that is a big thing too. Just because it's launched, it got approved by everyone in Bitcoin. All the nodes went through with it. The miners signaled approval for it. The users were very approving of it. You still need everyone else on the other side too building this the foundations of Bitcoin, the wallets, like the apps and all that stuff, exchanges even using their wallets. Some exchanges still use legacy wallets. Adoption of this has to take time to be able to actually start using it too. So it probably will be a little bit of time till everything from this starts to be able to get used, but it is at least starting right now, and there's good stuff coming from this whole upgrade. A lot of people are excited for it. The miners were over 90% signal approval for it. I think already there's over 50% of the nodes are upgraded to running Taproot. So, and if you just go on the internet, I don't think I've seen anything really bad about Taproot from anybody. So I think a lot of people really, really enjoyed Taproot. But quickly, just looking at the Bitcoin price chart, because we had a massive move to $66,000 before early in it was like 1 a.m., 2 a.m. or something like that. That Bitcoin just really rallied. It might have been like 3 or 4 a.m., but I saw it rally over 66,000. Laying in bed saying, you know what, I hope that the price still goes up. So this Bitcoin video, let's see what the hash rate is doing. And I looked at the hash rate and it didn't go up at all. And we can see that here, right here. You can see this end side. It hasn't gone up. It's gone down and stuff. And it really hasn't gone down that much recently. But comparing that, the hash rate didn't go up and went down. And we look at the price and it kind of tried to rally, start going up when the hash rate patterns like right here, kind of like this to another down right now. And we can see that like the top came down, bounced up a bit, and came down again. So it is crazy that the hash rate is still working as this leading indicator. If the hash rate is going up, the price will probably follow and go up. If the hash rate goes down, the price will probably follow and go down. So even looking at it late last night, seeing the price at 66,000, looked at the hash rate, I saw that it wasn't going up, and who would have, lo and behold, the price came back down. So just crazy to see that indicator still working. And I mean, being a massively good leading indicator, which makes sense because it is the fundamentals of Bitcoin. And just like PlanB here, $98,000 November. If we're going to reach that, we got a lot of work to do. We got basically half the month left to try and go from 64,000-ish right now to 98,000. Definitely possible. I mean, massive moves in Bitcoin aren't unseen or unknown or unheard about. And then 135,000 for December. So these predictions and things he made, I think, in July. So if these are right, that'll be absolutely ridiculous that he was able to get these like right on the head and just kind of be right about these predictions. But we do have a lot of work to get to these numbers if Bitcoin is going to do that. And if, Bitcoin goes to 95,000, people will say he's completely wrong. It's so crazy that he's wrong. But if it goes to 95K, that's basically right. That's a little bit of an error, but nothing crazy to say. If it doesn't go near 98, then he's wrong. If it goes to 90, maybe, I would still say he's more on the right side than wrong side. But if it stays at 80 or 70 or 65 like we're at now, then he's probably not right. And then, who knows? And a lot of people look to his stock to flow model, all of this stuff, to kind of make opinions on where the price is going. And we just got a flip in the net exchange of long-term holders, or the net position change of long-term holders. We see here, red means they are selling. Long-term holders are selling coins. Green means they're buying coins. Last time they sold, the price went up from $12,928 to $64,845,000. And you see the flip right here, kind of just starting to go red, start to sell. Usually long-term holders sell into strength, and that's why the price goes up, because they're selling into a rally or something like that. And then they buy when the price falls down. Like this case got cut in half. That's when they started buying massive amounts of Bitcoin. But if we were to do the exact same thing that happened last time, this went red, that was a 5x, that would take Bitcoin to over $320,000 if it was repeated. And the time frame for this was from about November to April. So within 5 months. So in 5 months, if we see Bitcoin at $320,000, if it repeats, I wouldn't complain about that. I don't think a lot of people would be complaining too much. And just finish this video off, we got to look at the margin data and leverage using Bitcoin right now. Let's make this the week, see what we're really working with in these charts. But the numbers obviously 7% from all-time high. 30,000 long. So this was what, 32, 33,000. So that's down, which is good to see. We need this greed to leave the market. There is so much greed with this leverage traders that every time the price rallies up, everyone goes and dives in long and they take 100x leverage and 10x leverage, and they end up getting washed out. The whales see that, sell off, price drops, liquidation happens, sell off worsens, the whales buy back, and the price goes back to where it was kind of like in the mean in the last week, have been trending down. Love to see that. Shorts trending up. Don't mind to see that either, because the price goes up and then we get liquidation of shorts, which makes the price go up even more instead of going down with liquidations of longs. But looking at, we have liquidations of everything just going through. So nothing really crazy. And still shorts getting liquidated more than long in the last couple of days. We'll see if that stays, because it didn't stay last time that happened. But longs dropping, like to see that. This leverage has been absolutely ridiculously insane, and the greed in the leverage has been really causing the Bitcoin price to suffer. But that's gonna do it for this video. Bitcoin still looking fine. It's just, leverage stuff, and the leverage is even starting to look decent, all right. And we're hovering at those all-time high levels of the high in April. So, people freaking out, but nothing really big's happening. And people will always freak out when Bitcoin, even whether it goes up or down. And it's just the way people think. But as always, guys, don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe. We're on the road to 1,000 subscribers. See you guys in my next video.